In this video we're going to talk about health and foods and strength and overall just feeling good. And before we do that, I want you to imagine that you are in game of life and you're fully awake. You know how the game works, you know where you are, you know who you are, but you're caught up in this idea of the foods you eat might not be healthy enough, or you want to eat this and that but you can't, or they are contaminated and you need to be careful, and that whole thing. Obviously, if that is the way you're thinking, you're not really free. What I'm saying here is that if there is something you want to eat besides meat and dead animals, then eat it. If you want to eat chips, then go ahead and eat chips. Also, what I'm saying is that anything that you would want to eat is energy. And you want to think of yourself as a tank, a military tank. A tank can run on any type of fuel, if it's diesel or gasoline or frying oil, I guess. I'm not really sure, I just know they are robust. And you are robust also. And if you want to eat sugar or carbs or whatever it should be, then you do that. Also understand that your body is very smart. If you suddenly feel like you want chips, maybe you need some salt, maybe chips is a very good, enjoyable alternative for you, and it's the right thing for you to eat chips at that point. Try to not overthink what you eat so much. Follow your joy. You want to be free, and for you to be free, you can't have so many rules. You need to be open-minded, you need to have a simple and clean mindset when it comes to food and what food is. You can essentially look at any type of food. It could be chocolate or chips or vegetables, whatever. And all things are a build-up of nutrition. There are way more minerals and nutrients in a chocolate than you might think. So, eat what you enjoy. If you like pizza, eat pizza, lasagna, whatever it should be. If you want soda, go ahead. Enjoy yourself. Now, it is important to understand that you eat because you need energy. And if you eat for any other reason, then you might need to be a little wise about it. If you eat, it's because you need energy, and you're planning to use that energy. If you don't use it, then you might get fat and lazy. So if you eat something and you lay down and you feel all energized, but you don't want to do something, then you might have eaten for the wrong reason. Now it is possible to learn from those experiences. Maybe don't do it again. If you eat, it's because you're going to move around a little bit. Now if you want to lose weight because you have done this and you gained some extra fat and you want to lose that fat, then you still need to eat a lot of food. You always need a lot of food. If your basal metabolic rate is, let's say, 1700 calories, for you to lay still all day long, let's say you need 1700 calories. If you want to lose weight, you're still going to eat 1700. You cannot cut below that. Sure, you can go down 100 calories, but don't count your calories. Don't look too much into it. If you want to lose fat, you rather do more activities throughout the day. Whatever you enjoy. You can jog on the spot in front of a movie, or you can go out and take a walk, or you can start doing parkour. Whatever you enjoy. If you drop your calories, you're going to last for a couple of days, and then you will crash, and you will not have enough energy to move. You're just going to lay there, and that is going to be the only thing you want to do. You need to eat. Now let's say that you just overall feel a little lazy throughout the days. You don't feel like moving so much, but maybe you want to move. You want to have more activity. If that is the case, you need to start small. You need to just move around more. If you don't have anything to do, then find something to do. If you have gotten used to being lazy, then it's going to feel very normal and natural for you to be lazy. It might be challenging to suddenly have all this energy that you want to have, to run around and experience life. That type of behavior, where you go around and experience life, isn't going to come from eating more food. It's going to come from maintaining the level of calories that you need, eat what you need, and become used to having more activity in your life. Let's also just mention quickly that you don't really need protein. If you want to build a lot of muscle, then why do you want to build a lot of muscle? You need a lot of muscle, that's for sure. You are mainly just muscle and fat. But any extreme type of bodybuilding might not be so beneficial. You will have to eat a lot, and such type of overconsumption on such a constant basis throughout the day is not good for you. You don't ever want to overeat. Besides that, you want to exercise your muscles. It's very important to have strong muscles. And you don't need to do it a lot, maybe every other week. You don't even need to do that, but it's very good for you to use your muscles. Very important. So essentially, I'm just saying that if you want to be free, you need to be free. You don't want to be caught up in all of these foods that you need and the things that you shouldn't eat. You want to be a tank. You want to be able to run on anything, whatever you enjoy, without judging it. And if you then suddenly run into the idea that you need extra minerals, trust me, you don't want to go there. Forget about it. Now I'm going to talk about mind over matter. Of course, that is what we have been talking about until now, but let's talk a little more about it. Essentially, amongst the food choices you have in this game, you can play it to two different extremes. On one side, you have mind over matter, the easy version, which actually is the difficult version. On the extreme other side, you have the hard version, which actually is the easy version. So let's say that on this side, for you to really succeed in this game, you just simply choose to eat all the healthiest things. Let's say that you eat sweet potato, onions, salad, beans, garlic, anything that is super healthy. If you do that, you're going to feel very good. You might think that that is the easy way to feel energized, and you're right, it is. But at the same time, you are encountering a lot of ideas. At least you can. Is the food clean enough? Is it organic? And so on and so on. Is it actually a really good broccoli with all the nutrients it should have? Or is it somewhat a depleted one? You know. And then on the extreme other side, you can eat whatever you want. You eat when you want to eat and what you want to eat, and everything is healthy, and you feel good with everything you eat. If it's chocolate or popcorn or soda or pizza, it doesn't matter. Now you are going to eat in life, so you are going to be placing yourself somewhere in between these two extremes. And you might think that you should at least eat some healthy stuff, some vegetables, some beans maybe, because you might not get all of that from the chocolate. And now suddenly you're in the matrix again. I suggest that you follow your joy. If you enjoy broccoli, then you eat broccoli. And you don't think too much about it, how it is feeding you. Essentially, you want to think of all foods as energy that you take in and that is nurturing you. Anything you eat is something that you, on some level, really want. And it is something that you take in, and it is energizing you, and it is making you feel good. This is something that you choose to think about any food that you take in. It is energy, and you take it in, and it is giving you everything you need. All the energy you need to move around, all the nutrition you need, and then you go about your day. You don't want to think too much about it. You don't want to be caught up in it. The same goes for chocolate, or chips, or soda, whatever it should be. Anything that you take in is good for you. So this is the simple explanation of all these things. We could have taken it a bit deeper, but there really is no point. If you got a glimpse of the truth here now, and you know that you are somewhat caught up in a little matrix sometimes when you eat, then choose to rather think in the way I have been talking about now. I want to mention really quickly that there is nothing wrong with eating sugar all the time. You could eat sugar day and night. Let's call it sugar or carbs. It's essentially the same thing. Sugar, refined sugar, is a little different, but you know, a good tank is able to switch between energy sources efficiently. For you, that means that if you want to switch over to fat, then you do that efficiently. If you are used to only eating carbs and sugar, it might be a little difficult to switch over to fat energy. And there is nothing wrong with that. But if you want to fast, let's say, then you're going to have a few difficult days before you really are in a good fast. Other than that, it's not too much of a problem. It doesn't really matter. You eat what you enjoy. Whatever you enjoy. And don't judge yourself for it. You need to have enough clarity about what has been said here for you to be able to enjoy your life and eat whatever you want. Kindly consider becoming a supporter of this work if you are benefiting from it. Thank you so much.